Welcome back, everyone, to the Winter Champions Invitational as powered by League OS. I'm Hail Monkey Man in the booth alongside Chixa. We've gone through 2 rounds of round-robin play, and there is all but 1 round left to go. You've seen one of the competitors before. We're bringing back the Falcons of West Catholic High School, but a new contender hits the pitch, and it's going to be a wild one here, Chixa. It's the battle for Michigan.
You know, when Michigan and Michigan State play, it isn't much. But I think this one will be even more. Ooh, shade being thrown. But that's okay. You know, West Catholic, we've seen them, bring a lot to the table before, but we've also seen them struggle. So now a big game against their in-state rival. I'm going to call it an in-state rivalry in Buchanan, who is on the stream for first time today. Buchanan was undefeated in their league, but most importantly, in this tournament today, they have the lowest average MMR ranking. So a little bit worried for how they're going to play the field whiskey at around 775, R31 at 1272, the highest rank on the team, and Sire at around 1018, Diamond 3.
Oh.
Well, don't cut him out.
Yeah. I'll never count them out. I don't know if it's like if it's a name bug or if we literally have 2 people name the exact same thing. But we have Sire and R31. And Sire, I'm going to call him the good old 918. They're able to get that one through from distance. An immediate offense. 3 shots in about 15 seconds out of West Catholic. And they're trying to pressure out the Bucks of Buchanan.
Now, if they like that name, that's all good and fine. But we're gonna figure out hopefully who is who a little bit later. But benefits of having your own profile. R31 off the top. Sire trying to finish it on in, can't do so. Keller, a demo. Sire trying to pick it up. Keller across field. Scorpion being patient. A little bit of a flick, but not much behind it. And both these teams are playing, I think, a little bit more of a disorganized approach to start this one, but it's game 1 and they'll find their footing soon enough.
A little bit disorganized, but it's been mostly in a response to the quick offensive that West Catholic wants to bring to this current series. They recognize that they're in a bit of a hole and they need to catch up and get themselves in control. Both these teams, I think, may be under threat of elimination before finding that top 4 bracket. Scorpion and Keller, we named them off earlier as being the top 2 really of that defensive effort for the side of West Catholic. But the defense is going absolutely nominal and wild for Buchanan. The Bucks, oh boy, funny face, had to leave Keller in responsibility of that next touch.
Oh, Scorpion, though, right up the corner, finds the read and slots it on through. Answer here for West Catholic, and now tied game.
Man, that one's tough because you saw them immediately come from that sidewall, had to drop down, jump up, but there was no way to find momentum to then hurdle themselves across in front of their own nets. So a great response. It took a wealth of shots, 7 to just the 1 that Buchanan's been able to stand up with. R31, they get toppled as Scorpion gets a body block onto them, and Sire, great beat to at least get 1. A side pass over to their twinsy named compatriot. And now it's gonna be up to R31. They find a clear.
Keller ends up getting this only into the hands of Sire 918, who we now know is FTP Whiskey. Scorpion back down. We're going to take more pressure, but really can't do so. Keller off the sidewall. Funny face. Trying to work the field a bit himself, but so many challenges. A known team bump will quickly put everything back to regular.
Those of you that want to no longer be confused, Whiskey is actually the person that has all the numbers of Sire. So we're going to start naming them in that same capacity. Funny Face takes on the numbers as Whiskey will be the one to turn the corner here, but it's how quickly the Falcons really are able to execute against this Buchanan defense. And it's just a bit of inaccuracy. They've hit everything to include players, the perimeter, and anything else that wants to make more of a clang sound than the back of the net. Just once have they come away with pay dirt, and you got to know that they're feeling like they've left points behind.
Scorpion trying to put on another shot. Deadly one earlier. Not sure if he can find another one to do West Catholic a justice. This one, set in midfield. A bump. Keller tries to send that pass, but that may actually be danger. This one just on in for R31, and Buchanan now with the lead.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. That one's coming from deep space and then finished off all the way into the depth of the void. R31 just finds a gap that not even West Catholic knew that they had. So finding themselves in a lead and leading them by the nose and then able to resist with just this pure defense. Whiskey with a big body block, but we have 75 seconds to go here, Chicksa. Can their defense last that long?
No, I'm just kidding. I find defenses to be very unstable at this level. And that one very much showing why I may have answered a little bit quick. Because you know what? There's the bang run through from Scorpion.
Oh, man. R31 was just trying to get a piece of it, ends up on accident giving it over to Scorpion. What a passing play between Scorpion and R31. It looked good. It just didn't feel good for Buchanan. The Bucks will let one through. R31 already sprinting upfield. They're going to get that corner boost, and they're going to be able to get a block, and that sets up a chance for both of their teammates in Sire and Whiskey. Sire with soft control, and they bring it across that midfield line.
Scorpion off the side wall, doesn't get the pass through. Unfortunate. Keller will just have to come on in for that challenge. Sire, in this case Whiskey, was the one on the touch there. Backflip on the save for the real Sire #1. This one will now progress itself upfield for Buchanan, but only temporarily.
Whiskey just trying to keep a nose onto it, and if they can force this into OT, it would actually be massive for West Catholic. This Grand Rapids-based squad has been struggling to really get ahead as they've had a plethora of shots, but they can't get through this tight wall only a couple times. Whiskey finds one extra. This is going to go airborne in a very dangerous position because of Funny Face, but that one's going to plink off the sidewall. A demo keeps this as a chance. But we go to OT, and now West Catholic Falcons, they're going to see if they can pounce faster.
These kickoffs are always the most dangerous zone. A demo from R31 to the pass.
Oh.
Keller wasn't ready. The slot is off target. It's off the post though, and Funny Face able to send it off the side wall. Now controlling a little bit of an air dribble. Tries to get it down. Keller, the touch on top. Does he find the angle here? It does slot its way on through, and West Catholic win in overtime.
One of the few times that defensively this Buchanan group can't connect and the communication breakdown just goes the wrong way. Keller steps up and they will capitalize, and the West Catholic Falcons, they will now send this one to series point. And I mean, when you look at the shooting line, you expected that to just be, you know, the normal outcome. But I'm going to get to Buchanan. They had 8 saves. They were able to weather several of those storms.
Yeah, I mean, the bigger one for me is the 14-7 shots, double the amount of opportunities for West Catholic. And that's why we see those greater number of saves by Buchanan, but still at the end of the day, you cannot let your opponent take 14 shots, since most of the time they're probably going to win if they get that many opportunities.
And as you guys might be curious, all right, we're going through round robin play. What is the current spiel? So I'm going to give it to you right now. It's Deer Creek and Snyder that are currently undefeated in their first 2 rounds. Geyer and Lima Shawnee that are at even 500. And both of these teams right here, though they may be playing for some just good old Michigan pride, because both are looking for a series win, and they may not be able to mathematically get in. West Catholic right now with this game may have one of the better chances, but we go to game number 2. Regardless of outcome, you know they're going to put it all in the field, Chicksa. We're going to see if the Bucks can buck back.
Maybe they just can. And a sweep will certainly help the likes of West Catholic if they're able to finish it on out. But for now, it's a full, fresh 5 minutes on the field. We'll see who indeed does strike first, because some of these double commits aren't striking me with the most confidence.
All right, now, this is something that's been kind of the suffering for the Bucks of Buchanan. They've been able to cluster up and find some great defensive touches, but that's where their offense begins. Oh, and R31, we go straight back into the void. A great challenge at their own back third, and they find it right over the face of Keller.
Yeah, great shot. Really good detail to it. Gets it, enough place to the right to make it more difficult to find that save. And just like that, Buchanan starts with a lead. Again, West Catholic trying to work from behind. Scorpion and miss there. Keller dunked by Sire. Back wall. Taken away and popped out all the way to midfield. Whew. West Catholic, they can't seem to find any contact with the ball. In fact, all they can do are find saves. Here comes another clear, and it's been hard to find some West Catholic offense.
Can you imagine right now? It was a 14-7 shot differential. You're going to record your first one here from Keller, but it's 2-1 in total offensive output and 1-0 otherwise to that scoreboard from R31, who's been able to really be that shining light for Buchanan. So snuffed out at this point in time is West Catholic. A funny face, a weird rotation. They kind of field goal post between both of their teammates as Scorpion as well as Keller have tried to come back into life. R31 interception. Scorpion, the senior, with the pickup, and that's a pass over to Keller, and they bang it in to tie it up.
I mean, I think banging it in is exactly the word is to use for it. Scorpion sets up a great pass, and Keller places it exactly where it needs to be. Top shelf. Crazy, 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 crazy play, and overall, a great tying goal.
You know what? We're going to trust you guys in the chat. R31 is apparently Relic. Pick a way to spell these things so that we know, please. But you know what? They're not a relic of the past. They are currently the main thing in the future and the present that Buchanan of these Bucks has to rely upon for great offensive output. A flip reset just to bring it to the midfield. Sire looking for a block, but it's going to isolate Whiskey at the near side goal post. And Funny Face thought about sprinting it in, but they're going to get the takeaway.
Whiskey trying to keep this one on top of his car. Keller the challenge, and this one taken across the net. Funny Face gets the touchdown to Scorpion, who's just a little bit off target. Sire can't find the touch, leaves it for Relic, who has a good carry here. Tries to get it underneath the bar. Funny Face saving it on the goal line, and no follow-up will be found from Buchanan, but that's a missed ball. Scorpion able to pick it up, luckily enough, and Sire, the rest of Buchanan continuing to bring pressure.
And their absolute darndest to try and just bring it over that line. It's been tough for them, and yet they have been able to lead the Falcons by the nose. And again, this feels like one of those games that hasn't exactly been offensive for the Falcons, but if they get it to bonus time, they may be able to outlast the Bucks. Buchanan has been pretty strong. They've had to rely on Relic. That's a bouncer and a half, as that will be skied all the way out. Whiskey was looking for an outside angle. Very tough to find, considering. And that ends up being a setup. Scorpion, oh, they're airborne, and this is going to be a threat. They're diving at the net, but for this last 100 seconds, the defense will persist.
Oh, a bunch of bumps. This one dangerously in front of the net, but Whiskey able to send it out off the ceiling now. Sends a nice touchdown, but Scorpion collects on top of his car quickly. 50 backboard. Sire looking to put it on the mark, but it's underneath the bar. Relic finishes off the shot and gives Buchanan a lead.
There's been an absolute cavalcade of pressure, a double commit, and Sire finds the split between them with Relic finishing it off. So at 81 seconds to go, a tale that we've told before here, Chicksa. It seems that we're destined to maybe find a comeback from the Falcons. That's what they need, and they're going to have to do it with OT on the other side, possibly.
And now we got one OT. Do we dare go to second? Scorpion seems to be the man, the myth, the legend. Every single time we think that Buchanan has some sort of lead, Scorpion, he stings on back.
Oh, he does. Able to put some of that extra venom in there and make it hurt for a little bit longer. So, Scorpion the senior, after Funny Face was able to find that initial challenge, was able to find that same exact touch. So, with a minute to go, Do we get this to complete in regulation? Does either side find it? As, oh my goodness! Whiskey! Give me a shot of that one because he just took a hot shot as quick as he could.
Wow. We weren't ready for him to go underneath on that play, but instead does exactly what he needs to do. 52 seconds left. Buchanan knocking on the door of taking this to game number 3. All eyes are on Scorpion, as he's been the one to make matters difficult for Buchanan. This one by Relic, sent all the way crossfield. Keller, the touch, will find the follow-up, looks to get it over. Whiskey can't do so. Sent down, Funny Face, a great clear upfield. This one off the corner. Scorpion, back wall. Keller, back wall again. Funny Face underneath, and the finish is there to tie it up.
Oh boy. They were just waiting to hot cycle this defense. Oh, and it was Relic that was having to go from one side of the net to direct middle. He didn't get a good read on where that attack might go, and they just pitched it where they came from. So 3-3. This has been quite the battle for Michigan, trying to just be the state best between these two rivals. Relic, one extra chance offensively, but they get demoed. That's going to go back into the defensive box. Funny Face, been a bit quiet, but they're going to try and find that big finisher to the backboard. Scorpion going for the win. Instead, we go into OT.
Man, OT has been the T for today.
Wow.
But what's been more T is Scorpion! I said the man, the myth, the legend earlier, but hello? Kickoff? I can't go any higher in my voice. That hurts.
The falsetto. We'll see the fall of the Bucks and the rise of the Falcons as they get to win this mini rivalry between them and Buchanan. Great job and congratulations over to West Catholic, able to find this series win. And if you're Buchanan, you got to think, I mean, that was a shot from Scorpion, but that's got to sting even worse because there was 2 times that you led late and virtually had to see the fight back by the Falcons for them to take it in short term in both OTs.
Yeah, just overall, I think, Scorpion showing up. I think it was his teammates, earlier in the series, Funny Face, Keller, earlier in the day that we saw to them kind of played up, but that was his time to shine, and he really showed. But anyway, special thanks to League OS for powering this national competition. Of course, don't forget to head to leagueos.gg to set up your college profile portal today. We just finished our entire first set of round robin, so we're going to be tallying up the results, and we're going to go to a quick break before we bring in our bracket of 4 to head to our semifinals.